These Gospels are giving me an identity crisis. Welcome to Daily Gospel Reflections. I'm Dr. Ben Safransky. I asked the same question the other day about the account of the king and the servant, right? Where I suggested that the passage was about both giving forgiveness and asking for forgiveness. Today, again, I want to ask you to go with me into the gospel and try to read it from several different perspectives. So for me, it's easy when I read a gospel passage like this, where you have Jesus, who's obviously on the side of the truth, and someone opposing him, who's obviously not on the side of the truth, and identify myself with Jesus, right? Because he's obviously the one who's right, and I want to be right, so I should be with Jesus. Read this passage again and think about how ridiculous the opposition to Jesus is. They see him drive out a demon, and what do? They say, "You didn't do that by God's power. Give us a sign." Really? He just drove out a demon and you're asking him to give you a sign. What will these people accept? What would be enough for them? So as Christians who want to identify with Jesus, it seems that the message is, right, when you do good, when you speak the truth, sometimes people are going to misunderstand you. They might even sometimes accuse you of doing evil. They might accuse you of doing something opposed to what is good. I have found that when I'm trying to live a genuine Christ-like life, you get a weird mix of praise and criticism. Some people will see what you're trying to do and praise you for it, and others will attack you for the very same thing. What might be more of a challenge, though, is rather than identifying ourselves with Jesus in today's reading, we could identify ourselves with his opposition, with the others or the some in the crowd who challenged him. The question I'm asking myself is, when I see someone else doing good, do I praise it? When I hear the truth, do I always accept it? Right? What if someone is offering me a correction or even a criticism? Am I open to hearing what they have to say and thinking that they might actually be right? Or do I sometimes dismiss or even attack the truth because it challenges me too much? Because it's too hard, right? Do we dismiss others as fanatics or prudes or as judgmental because we don't think we could do what they do? If someone has a really good prayer life, do I think they're a little off their rocker and spend too much time in prayer or reading the scriptures? If someone has a really high moral standard in a certain area, do I think that they're being silly or it's unnecessary because maybe I don't want to live my life quite like they do? So my challenge for you today is to think of something good that you're trying to do or that you have tried to do in the past, something that you've gotten resistance or criticism for, and thank God that you have experienced some resistance because it gives you a little bit of Christ's experience from today's gospel, and because it is evidence, not proof, but evidence that suggests that you might be doing something the right way. Blessed are you when they revile you and persecute you for my name's sake. I hope you're having a really fruitful Lent, and I'll be with you again tomorrow.